All right, we're going to do using fillets if we can, something from page 302 in a text that was put out by Calamaja. I'm doing this to show the different way from the way the book tells you to do it. Tangent, tangent, radius, and fillet are the same command, but fillet tends to do save you a lot of steps. So what I'm going to do here is learn to draw strong baselines and boss angles and then a couple of circles. I remember to go File, New. Even though someone's changed it, I'm going to go to a decimal feet, drawing an open. I've got that box there. I'm going to click out here, right-click, and erase. I turn off a couple of these things here. I really don't want all these things around, so I'm going to right-click. I really don't need the properties around. I really don't need the styles around. I really don't need the standard around. So I'm turning just to kind of clean up this space and then push that back up. And I'm going to draw some strong baselines and base angles after I draw a box bigger than what I'm supposed to draw. That thing I'm going to guess is no bigger than 10 by 10. I'm going out to my layer command here. I'm going to double check that I'm in the object layer or double check that I'm in the view layer. Go ahead and put a view in here. I'm clicking and I'm saying at 10, 10. That box is a little bit bigger. Escape, 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 Z space, E space, or whatever you want to do that. Now I'm going to draft in my first baseline straight up and down. Just take a general line here, click visually about there, and I'll just say at, it really doesn't make a difference. I'll go 10 angles 90. That's where I'm putting up pretty high there. I can go outside my box, right click, properties, and change it to the center line layer, something that isn't what I'm drafting, so I don't get confused too early. I've drafted a strong baseline, and I want to offset that over O space 5.25. I've offset that over, and I might now want to do a line perpendicular to that line. Great idea is to learn to do line, click, shift right click, perpendicular, and draw perpendicular to. My current layer is on view, so I can once again go ahead and change that to properties to centerline. And then I could say, well, maybe I want to just draft on centerline. Now centerline is my current layer, and I can draft. So that was the head of one circle. The next circle was basically 3.5 down, offset 3.5. And I can extend, screw that, click that over. So I got a circle here, I've got a circle there, and I've got another circle that's 2.25 off 2.25. Click that over here, and that is down 3, 3, offset 3, and now we've got some major circles kind of defined there. I've got a circle here, a circle here, and a circle there. And we'll see whether this thing fits. One has a radius of 3. This one out here on the top right has a radius of 1.75. I go up here, push this out, push it back out again, and draw my circle radius with a radius of 1.75. So I'm going to hit a shift right click, the intersection here with a radius of 1.75. I've got that circle in. Boy, that one really should be. And I can just go ahead and pull it down here and put it on the object layer. I've got that one, and maybe I'm now drafting on object, so I click over to the object layer so I can control where I'm drafting. The next one is a radius of 2.5. Center radius, shift right click, the intersection of that, and with a radius of 2.5. And then the last one is a radius of 2. Center radius, that one was shift right click, the intersection of that, and that becomes a radius of 2. Now you realize here we're gonna kind of break this one up, so we're gonna learn to break circles. I'm gonna put the radius in here and the radius in there by doing some breaks. BREK, you break in a positive way. BRAK, you break in a positive way. And now the fact that this is a fillet from the outside to outside, we'll see how that works. Because these curves are kind of odd. odd. So tangent radius will definitely work. You notice that that 6 does not show exactly where that center of that radius is. But we're going to try to do a fillet with actually try to break here out on there and a break out on there and say fillet radius 6 here and there, and it doesn't necessarily work for us. So notice that fillet doesn't always work. Instead, if we do draw circle, tangent radius, we can grab the first point on that more or less on the outside and on the outside there, and we can give it a radius of 6. And that gives us something that we can trim to. And I'll leave that one around just so visually you can see it probably was, related, but it wasn't the same thing. So we've got that one out here. Now this one, however, since it's an interior one, I'm going to break this and break this one. This one will work. Fillet radius 4. When I grab that, it does that. This one here, it actually becomes a fillet from another thing that was designed as being 2.5 down and 4 over. So we're going to offset 2.5 down and offset 4 over. 4.5, offset 4.5 from here to there. That circle there was a radius of 1.5. So I'm going to draw a circle, center radius from the intersection of here with a radius of 1.5. That becomes here. Now we have a fillet radius, tangent radius 4. Draw tangent radius, grab that one, and tell it 4. And we've got that kind of, it's called a blended curve. We're going to click off on that one and that one. Click here. And we've got kind of the next bit, TRIM, trim that. This circle comes around and it has a radius of 0.75. Again, these can be filleted. So we can go to here, fillet radius 0.75. Click here, and now I can trim some things out. And you've got this, erase this, trim this. So you kind of got that base piece. All you got to do is put back your holes, if you would. And you can do that by offset or fillet. And I'll go ahead. These are radius of 3 at phi of 2. So I'm going to go circle diameter from the intersection there with a diameter of 2. Now you can start to learn. I left click spacebar, move. I'm going to move. I'm going to copy, and then copy to shift right click the intersection there, shift right click the intersection here, and hopefully we have that thing correctly drafted. Realizing that we use, it would appear that works better, fillet works better for internal kind of fillets than for external, but we should at this point have that thing drafted. And if you see again that my box wasn't big enough, but that's probably because I didn't do my math correctly. So we're going to put this one out, and I will show everyone in class what this one looks like and let them kind of look at another way to do it. There's always an infinite number of ways, but learning when to use fillet and tangent radius and learning they're the same thing gets you a lot of circle stuff. Thanks for listening.